Are you ready to do this? I am. Let's get ready to do this challenge. Today we're going to go over primary principles of alignment, go through primary backstretch a little more slowly so that you can get the activation, as well as a few extras at the end. So we're going to start first about alignment. You have your chair, and I'm going to turn to the side, but we'll pretend the back of the chair is here. You don't want to be sitting way back into the seat. You want to be at the edge of your chair, with the knees straight out from the hips and ankles underneath. Now I have a slight slope to my thigh. That's okay. It's optimal if it can be up here without having to raise your heels if you have a footstool, book, board, but your thigh shouldn't be going way down like that. If you're really long-legged, I guess if you're long-legged, it's going to be up here. Short-legged, you may need to get a stool, a footstool, or a book or something to put your feet flat on, or maybe find a shorter chair. So if you're tall, you may have to find a taller chair. I'm not sure what to tell you because that's not my problem, but usually it's we short people that have this problem. So knees straight out from hips, ankles under knees with toes straight forward. So when I mean ankles under knees, we're not going to have it tucked back. We're not going to have it slightly back or out here. Straight under the knees as best as possible. From the front, it would look like this. Knees straight out, ankles under knees, toes are forward. I know you can't quite see my toes in it, but I won't have my foot ducked out to one side. Toes forward, just like when we're standing. That's the alignment as you get ready to go into primary backstretch. So let me turn back to the side so you can get a side view. Let's talk real quickly about curling the core in a chair. Just like when you're standing, put a hand on the belly and hand lower back. Now this will become like a wall or the floor behind you. It's not much of a movement, but you can still tuck and curl. Inhale, exhale, think belly button up, and as you press in, press that lower back flat, but it's your core doing the work. Kind of lightly tighten the buns there. Don't squeeze, just a light tighten. Inhale again. Exhale, stretch the ribs up nice and tall. And you'll notice you get a little bit more of that curve back. We had it flat and it comes up, but we're not arching out. We're not just totally letting our core out. In the chair, like I said, it's just a minimal movement, but you can still think belly button up and back and use that as the foundation to get your ribs up. So make sure we're in alignment again. Knees straight out from the hips, ankles under knees, toes forward. We're going to kind of come out of that tuck curl just a little bit. We're going to come up and hang on to the knees to go into primary backstretch. You're going to use the leverage of pulling gently here and pretend you have a cinch cord pulling your core back. So it's core that's arching back, arching back. You get to hunch your shoulders. This should feel really good. Go ahead and shake out your head. Big inhale. Exhale all the way by pulling on the knees to get all the air out. Inhale again. Really expand those ribs. As you exhale this time, pull on the knees to help you lift the ribs. You're going to bend the elbows. I'll give you a front view in a moment. And you're going to slightly scoop out the back. Not way out. It's not how far you can go. Slight scoop out to get the shoulders back. It's your lats and core working together. As you breathe it out, looking at the corner of the ceiling and the wall. Don't look straight up. Arching back like the cat. You're lightly pressing your feet just enough to keep your knees from going flopping out. Big inhale. Exhale, ribs up, and then scoop out. Pulling that tummy in even though you're scooping. Here's a front view. Arching back like the cat. Hunch. Inhale. Exhale, ribs up, bend elbows, and scoop through. Really think to reach through your chin and through your tailbone even though you're seated. And then back to center. That's the first arching part. And we actually can do the reach dive and all that, but we won't do that in the chair just so because we want to make sure we have plenty of time for the moves that we're also going to be doing. But you can do the reach dive just like you can in a chair. Now let's do that one more time, arching back. Exhale, scoop it out. Now, if you don't have any dizzy issues or blood pressure, you can go ahead and come down with hands just on either side of your calves with knees out and relax that head and shake it. No, that way you get a little bit of that spinal decompression. Big inhale. Exhale, press into the calves as you gently nod. 2, 3, 4. Hunch and then push to get those ribs and upper torso up, and then hand on knee, push as you try to straighten, hand mid thigh, push, and then kind of settle back into your sit bones a little bit, kind of like weight and heels, to then bring yourself all the way up. And there you go. That's the first part of primary backstretch. Not too bad, right? In between, we're going to do a little bit of wiggle. Now, she'll do this in different workouts, especially in chair workouts. So I want you to put one hand on the hip, one hand on the opposite shoulder. Those hip and shoulder go up at the same time. It's a nice cross stretch. Back down. Do that again. Cross stretch, back down. Switch. That hip that's your hands on and that shoulder go up. So it's a little cross stretch. There you go. Now let's see if we can do it without the hands and just go back and forth. So cross, opposite hip and shoulder, opposite hip. Wiggle, wiggle, little cross stretch. It really just feels really good across the shoulder and hip and helps settle the spine. Whew, I'm bringing some heat already. Are you? I can feel it. Let's get back into our position. Knees straight out, ankles under knees, and toes are forward. We're going to do a little curling the core again. Hand on belly, lower back. Inhale. Exhale, belly button up and back. Lightly tighten the buns. Inhale again. Exhale, stretch up from the foundation of that core to get those ribs up. And head with ears centered over the shoulders. We tend to lean in to screens. A lot of screens these days. One, back mitten hand away. Pull that tummy up. Back mitten hand away. We're going to clap out. Full finger stretch thumbs. Thumbs slowly twist. So you're reaching through from your core. You're not just willy-nilly with your arms there or your knees. Lightly pressing in either the heels or the ball joints of your feet. Really pull that core in and come up through thick mud to keep that lat activated. Thumbs back. Shake the head no for no neck tension. Fingertips back, 2 and back, 3, back, 4, back. Ribs up and hold it there with thumbs back. We are going to keep this position to do the second half of primary back stretch. No towels, no hands behind, just the thumbs, but you have to keep those ribs up. Lightly press the feet to help you keep your core. Drop your head, but keep those ribs up. We're going to roll over to your right. I will mirror you. So over, over, over. Pull that left thumb back just a little bit more. Shake the head, no. Punch up, inhale. Exhale, think from your core to reach up and through those arms and back out through those thumbs. Good. Down to the center. Over as you go over to your left, pull back that right thumb just a little bit more, just for the activation to help balance that out. Shake out the head, nice tall torso. Inhale, punch. Exhale, reach from the core through those arms and through those back thumbs. All the way over to the right. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way over to the left. Hold 1, 2, 3. Then thumbs back. As you come up, center, shift back into the sit bones. Against that core. Clap out. Clap thumbs back. 2, back, 3, back, 4, back. Refocus ribs up, thumbs back. Shake the head no for no neck tension. Now we're going to tilt. Both thumbs back. Slowly, slowly to your right. Keep it lateral. Keep looking straight ahead. Shake out the head. Inhale. Exhale, reach through from the core. Slowly up like a string's pulling your head up and then over to the opposite side. Shake out. Inhale. Exhale, reach through. So 1, 2, 3, thumbs back. Oh, that string's pulling you up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, thumbs back and up and over. Once more each side. 1, 2, 3, thumbs back, up and over. 1, 2, 3, thumbs back. As you come up over to the center, shift back, ribs up, clap out. Clap thumbs back, 2 and back, 3 and back, 4 and back. Now hold this position, but I'm going to let you wiggle out those feet just a little bit. Refocus that core. Ribs are up and lightly press the feet. Shake head no. Inhale. Exhale, pull that left thumb back as you slowly, slowly turn over to your right. Try to keep that chin level. Inhale, big. Exhale, look at that thumb, wiggle it, the right side, and then just pull the head just a little bit more. Do not hurt yourself, just lifting with your eyeballs if you need to. Good. Slowly come back center, big inhale. Exhale, pull the right thumb back as you go over to your left. Feel that tummy tight and ribs are up. Look at that thumb, wiggle it. Inhale, big. Exhale, if you can turn looking over your shoulder just a little bit more, or even if it's just with your eyeballs. Good. So now we're going to go slowly, head tall. That level, keep that chin level. 1, 2, 3, look over to right. Pull those thumbs back. 1, 2, 3, keep those ribs up as you go side to side. 1, 2, 3, tummy's pulling in. 1, 2, 3 to the opposite side, back to the center, ribs up, clap out, clap thumbs back, 2 and back, 3 and back, and 4 and back. Hands on the knees, and we're going to curl back. Shake out that head, big inhale. Exhale, ribs up, arch through, pull that tummy in. And let's do a little last wiggle wiggle just to kind of settle that spine. So there you go. You should feel some heat right now because you've worked primary back stretch in a chair. Isn't it amazing? We can get good activation. I want you to practice this. Yes, I know this isn't 3 moves today. Kind of is, though. I taught you how to curl your core and to clap out because this is very foundational. Because obviously when we're doing it a little bit faster, you're not going to get quite as activated. So I really want you to practice this and feel what you're supposed to feel so that you can take a new level of activation as we go a little bit more to tempo. Now, when I go say tempo, I'm not going to be going quite as fast as Teresa in the DVDs, but I will be a little faster than this instructional. Hope this has been helpful. I would love to hear any comments or questions. Let's do it.